Hello, we're gonna try this again. Day 4, recap. Diet and nutrition. We talked about our foods being deficient of nutrition. Not only being deficient of nutrients, but toxic, all types of fertilizers and chemicals, toxic chemicals that are used, hormones in the foods, pesticides, fertilizers, and really being a problem with our systems because there's not a natural element. So when our bodies perceive these foreign substances, our bodies react. Inflammatory response occurs, and the consistency of this over the long term leads us down the road to poor health. So it's incumbent upon us to begin the process of growing your own food, which is the only way to decrease the risk. There's no 100%, because you got to get your soil from somewhere, and who knows, you try to get the best soil for your garden and compost and make your own, but still the environment is so toxic. It's very difficult to ensure 100% purification, and it's not going to happen. But the way we are headed today, with the food distribution as it is, particularly in the cities, where you go to the supermarket, we're so dependent upon the big conglomerate food sources, which have to ship foods from great distances. It's really horrendous what has to happen. Cutting the foods before they're ripe, before they've ripened, gassing them, all types of other processes going on to keep the foods from rotting. But what we're left with is the lack of nutrition that our body needs. So we have to start. Even in an apartment, there's YouTube and gardening, food growers, foodgrowers.com show you how to prepare the soil and start your foods, start your vegetables. We cooperated with a food co-op, which was a local farm, 20 weeks of fresh fruits and vegetables. We did that for 3 years. Fantastic. Check it out. Don't hesitate. Check it out. We hesitated in the beginning, but it was the most rewarding experience that I can hardly tell you. It's just fantastic. So start this process. In the supermarket, you go to the fresh vegetable area and it's all picked over. If it's left out there for any length of time, the nutrient content tremendously dropped percentage-wise, just by getting to the supermarket and being presented on the shelves. So we have a really difficult time. This is not an easy thing. You get the food, but there's food there, but it lacks the nutrients. So we talked about getting into your kitchen cabinets and looking for processed foods, looking at the labels, and looking at what types of habits. We shop pretty much the same thing over and over again, and we lack the variety in foods. So it's incumbent upon us to look at our habits, what we buy on a consistent basis, and try to upgrade it. What can I do to upgrade this flour, enriched flour that I buy every week or every other week? Upgrade it. Look at the different choices. Look at the healthy choices. You have oat flour, unbleached flour. That's an improvement over bleached flour. It tells you right on the package. Oils. We talked about oils, which gives us the essential oils, omega 3s, which is the body doesn't make this essential oil that is necessary for our body. So we have to get that from the fish oil. Cod liver oil. You probably don't remember, if you're my age, you might remember the cod liver oil that your parents gave you when you were a kid. You didn't have any choice. Just take it. You didn't know what it was. But they knew some things. So fish oil, krill oil is probably the best of the omegas. But yeah, you get it in fish, wild caught fish, the farm fed fish, very detrimental the way they raise them. So steer away from the farmed fish, and lean towards the fresh, wild caught fish. But you gotta find out where it was caught. If it was caught in New York Bay, you don't want to eat that. That doesn't mean that fish that's caught in Massachusetts or even the Pacific Northwest, where it's supposed to be the best. But I can remember they had the oil spill there too, and it contaminated the fishing areas. It's going back a few decades, but it happens. So again, we have to be aware of where we're getting our fish from, and local, fresh caught, wild caught is important to find out where it was caught. But over the farm, I'd take it over the farm. Oils. Cooking, when you cook your foods, when you fry your foods, or even saute your foods, the oils that you use have to be able to tolerate the heat. And olive oil doesn't do that. It'll change the molecular structure of the oil, and it'll taint your system. So coconut oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, they have a higher capacity for heat to cook your food in. I talked about a friend of mine who was frying a turkey Thanksgiving days, and he was using canola oil and vegetable oil, this type of the cheap oils, omega-6s. You know, they're important too for our body, but we need to balance the 3s and the 6s, and plus the canola and the vegetable oil don't have a high heat capacity. Well, I told him about, using grapeseed oil, and he said, "That's expensive." I said, "It's a little bit more expensive than what you're using, yeah, but it's worth it." And finally, he did use that, and it worked out. He was pretty happy with that. Anyway, that's nutrition, diet. Look at the packaging. If it's packaged, it's processed. Pretty much everything is processed to some degree nowadays. Limit the processing. Processing, we're talking about heating the food, packaging it. Boom, right away, boom, there goes the nutrition. There go the nutrients. And they have to add it. Supplements are like that. They'll have all the ingredients on the supplements. The manufacturers have this process which heats the supplement, the ingredients, and it goes the nutrients and vitamins and minerals out the window. So it's really a quality supplement is very important. So we talk about nutrition. It's important to get a quality supplement also. I don't want to name any names, so I might be taking them. Anyway, what else? Vitamin D. Vitamin D and omega-3s. Those are key. Vitamin D your body makes, but if you're not outdoors much, you're not getting the sun that will convert in your body to vitamin D. So that's key. It's very healthy. Cancer, helps rid cancer, fight cancer, immune system, bones. The other thing I wanted to talk about is detoxing, flushing, gallbladder flush, colon cleanse, internal cleanse. You wash from the outside, gotta wash from the inside, gotta clean out those arteries and clean out the tubes, the intestines, the stomach. Builds up over time because of our poor eating habits. And if you haven't done a cleanse or a good flush in your system, it's important to do a good one. Get some supervision, and that'll help. But the water is the key to flushing the body. I think that's it for now. That's it for now. So that should help with balancing your blood sugars and balancing some other things in your body too. Keeping your chemistry balanced. That's what it's all about. I hope that helps, and this is like day 4. We'll do with day 5, which will be a little later on today. Give me another hour or two, and then we'll catch up to day 5, which is going to be the remarkable remedies, basically the things that I've used with myself, family, and patients, and we've incorporated different things along over time. It didn't happen overnight. That's why we have to take stock of what we're doing, and little by little we're making progress, making improvements. So I'll be back a little bit later to discuss some remarkable remedies that we use, why we use them, when we use them. Okay, look for you shortly. Take care for now.